All right, guys, time now for some live Q&A. You guys know the drill by now. Use hashtag Cowboys. That gets your questions on the show. Makes it a lot easier for producer Alicia to find them. All right, the Lunatic wants to know, whose idea was it to have Cobb returning punts? He's too valuable for that. Randall Cobb is back there in the exact same role that Cole Beasley was. He's not out there for your game-breaking punt return. That's Tavon Austin when he's healthy. And also Cedric Wilson last week. Cobb is only back there to do the hands catch, the fair catch. We're backed up. I'm not going to return it, but the team trusts my hands the most. All right, to Terax, or however you say it, what do you estimate the chances are that Cooper Rush and Tony Pollard will be given the opportunity to tear up the Dolphins in the fourth quarter? Tony Pollard, I'm going to go 70%. Maybe even higher. That's a very high number. He will get chances against the Dolphins, even with Zeke out there, especially in the fourth quarter. Cooper Rush, I'll go more like 40%. I think Cooper Rush plays, and he doesn't often play, this week against Miami, but they're not going to be out there throwing the football come fourth quarter. If they're up big, it's going to be Cooper Rush, hand it off for the first 2 downs, maybe throw it on 3rd down. So Pollard, yes. Cooper, not so much. All right, Destroyer Dog. Are you worried about our safety being outlawed? It sounds like Xavier Woods is not going to miss as much time as the initial reports were of 4 to 6. Maybe he only misses 2 games. You know what? So we'll see. I have some faith in Xavier Woods getting back. I think at some level, some of the local media didn't like getting sniped. And they're like, well, I'll tell you what, it's different than a defensive lineman planting. I'm like, guys, it's still an ankle sprain. Like, he's still planting and running. So we'll see. But I'm not as worried as I once was, although it's still kind of in the back of my mind there. All right, Zeno wants to know, who between Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, and DeMarco Murray won't make the Hall of Fame? I think Murray won't, Romo should, and Dez will. Guys aren't going to like my answer. I'll let producer Brett chime in if he thinks I'm wrong here. But between Dez, Tony, and DeMarco making the Hall of Fame, I don't think any of them do. I mean, DeMarco's definitely not going to. Dez Bryant had a good career, but he's not going to get in the Hall of Fame. Like, Romo's going to have your best chance there. Romo's going to be in the Cowboys Hall of Fame, but unless they give Romo the bonus points for being a great broadcaster, Romo's not going to get in. Like, I think all 3 don't get in. Now, you can make an argument that Tony should, but that's not how the NFL works, guys. You got to have a Super Bowl. None of those guys do. I'm sorry. Super chat coming in from my main man here. Says, hashtag Cowboys, I went to the Skins game and I got hit. I'm sorry to hear that, my man. Shame on the Redskins fans. Don't worry. I blame all of it on producer Alicia. I will ensure that she is disciplined for that. All right, TKG wants to know, what will be the final score versus the Dolphins? Great question here. Well, first off, why don't you guys make sure you've texted Mick your score predictions, by the way, for the Cowboys-Dolphins game. You can text her at 214-448-9037. Go ahead and make sure that's the case there for you. But, hey, I think the Cowboys win big. I'm going to go 35-14, a late garbage time touchdown that doesn't even really matter in the end for the Dallas Cowboys, which, by the way, 35-14 doesn't cover it. The Cowboys right now, if the spread holds of 22, will be the 2nd highest point spread in NFL history. The previous 5 were not covered. And that's a lot of points to cover in the NFL. All right, guys, make sure you're subscribed here, too. Speaking of that game, we will have the highlights and grades. I'm hoping it's nothing but A's and nothing but Cowboys touchdowns in that highlight cut for you, and the A's and the grades, of course, there. So make sure you subscribe. The link there, it's below, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter Cut or whatever, just go subscribe. We keep you covered here on all things Cowboys. All right, Reckless Matt, why don't we use Pollard on kick returns and punt returns? Well, they do use him on kick returns. Pollard's been back there every single time. He just hasn't had a chance yet. So Pollard is going to be the kick returner for this team. Austin, when healthy, is the punt returner. So keep that in mind, but I do think you'll see Tony Pollard at some point get a chance on kick returns. He's been back there. There just hasn't been a kick that has made sense. All right, Leroy Pearson Jr. If I could acquire one player, who would it be? Aaron Donald. Now, I'm going to pretend that cost doesn't really matter here, even though it would. But if you could get me Aaron Donald, I'd do it. He's certainly not available, but the Cowboys need pass rush help. I want Aaron Donald, if only he could be on the Dallas Cowboys. Super chat coming in from Zeno. I appreciate it, my friend. During 2016, did you want Romo back in or Prescott? If my memory is correct, and producer Brett can clarify because he was alongside me here in the original days of the Cowboys Report, I tried to hold off on my favorite quarterback, Romo, but I wanted Dak by the time they eventually made him the starter. And I wanted Dak in there because he was playing great. And, look, I love Romo. I always will, but we got to be honest with ourselves, guys. Romo's body failed him. It was not holding up. There was no way he was going to be able to make it for more than a couple of games. There's just no way. His body failed him, unfortunately. All right, Chris Vanek, or Vanak, however you say it, snaps Devin Smith sees after his preseason/game 2. Good question. Well, with Michael Gallup out, Devin Smith is now your wide receiver 2. Cooper's your 1, Cobb's your slot. Devin Smith then is next up as that other receiver. So it's probably going to be about all of them this week. There's no reason to sit Devin Smith if you're up big in the fourth quarter, because you'll sit Cooper, maybe Cobb. You'll actually want Devin Smith out there. So I think he plays all of the snaps this week, or at least almost all of them overall. All right, guys, if you've texted Mick your score prediction, let me know in the comment section. Type me in there, and I'll give you guys some shout-outs. Again, her phone number is 214-448-9037. That's 214-448-9037. If you texted her your score prediction, let me know in the comments. I see Ryan has done it there, so keep those coming. Marcus Callaway has typed in me in the comment section. Get your score predictions in. If you get it right, don't forget, we'll give you $100 towards a free suit. Nick Blue did it as well. Thank you guys very much. And thank you, David, for this super chat as well. Will we see a flea flicker this year? I suppose I can't guarantee it, but I can guarantee it's in the playbook. It is a play that the Cowboys have run in practice this year. It exists. So I don't know if we'll see it, but it is available for the Dallas Cowboys to use if they so choose. Curtis McVey, and in relation to Sean, is Amari's production, because if so, you're going to be a head coach very soon. Is Amari's production going to take a hit with Gallup being out? I mean, maybe. It does make it a little bit tougher on defenses because in theory you can't, have as much ease of double teaming Cooper. But I mean, I don't think it's going to be a big blow. Maybe the efficiency drops a little bit, but with no Michael Gallup, I do think Cooper's targets are going to go up just a touch. So in the end, probably pretty similar. Maybe a little bit more volume, a little bit less efficiency. Ben Loving, what kind of production should we see from Cobb against the Dolphins? This week in particular, the projections are tough because how long are they actually going to be out there for? I mean, if it's 45-0 in the third quarter, they ain't playing in the fourth quarter or most of the third. So I think you see maybe a little bit closer to week 1 production for Randall Cobb. But again, I think the Cowboys are going to keep it a very almost vanilla offense because they can. They don't have to show anything good this week. All right, Anarchy 915 from Texas here. What are the chances we trade for Jamal Adams? Very, very low. In fact, almost zero. Not because the Cowboys wouldn't want Jamal Adams, but because we all freaked out over Jamal Adams pulling the Jets from his bio on Instagram and Twitter and unfollowing, even though he never followed them from the beginning. That's just not all players follow their team on social media. We read way too much into that kind of stuff. If he's actually available, go get him. I'm all in. Do whatever you want. Anything the Jets want, I will give for Jamal Adams. He's that good of a player. But I don't think he's actually available right now. He would be a perfect fit, though. All right, Taylor SH wants to know about Josh Rosen starting and Taco being claimed by Miami, which we did mention earlier, but thank you for the super chat, Taylor, so we'll do it again here. Rosen starting was long overdue for Miami. He should have been starting from week 1 because Fitzpatrick isn't good, and Rosen might not be good, but he's younger, and he might be your guy, so you might as well see what he has. That said, it's not really going to change the outcome of the game. Meanwhile, Taco Charlton has been claimed by the Miami Dolphins. I'm curious to see how all that goes. I'm not that surprised. If you go back to the previous stuff, you're like, hey, you gotta ask me, who's gonna trade for Taco? I'm like, maybe the Dolphins. I don't know anybody else. Guess who claimed him? Was the Miami Dolphins. House Nelson also asks if Taco will get shut down Sunday. I don't know if Taco's even gonna play this week. I don't know if that's been reported at all yet because, we're doing the live show, so not checking my texts. But if he does play, he couldn't beat Tyron Smith and Lael Collins in practice. Why is he going to beat him in a game? I mean, we've seen Taco against these guys in practices. Now, maybe if the Cowboys, sit Tyron Smith late in the game and, throw in Cam Fleming, maybe Taco's got a better shot there. But if Taco does play, even if it is a Taco revenge game, I wouldn't expect him being super impressive. He's just, he'll be better in Miami because I think they just need pass rushers who'll get chances, but he's just not that good, guys. All right, head over to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. You put down $50, they're going to give you $60 for free. You guys are not going to find a better betting deal out there. Go put all your money on the Dallas Cowboys. As of right now, to win $1 on this Cowboys-Dolphins game, you got to bet about 33. That's what you have to do. So that's how big of a favorite the Cowboys are this week, and I think they'll get that in the end. So keep that in mind. Chatsports.com/bet. Cowboys120 is that promo code to get to the 120% deposit bonus. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.